very good day to all of you, especially for our dearest viewers and audiences. I'm your moderator, Ms. Anisata binti Abdul Ghani, as working for you today to coming up with a brand new topic. First of all, before we are going to start our forum, please do give me a chance to introducing our talented, fantastic and spectacular panels here. Who we got today? Introducing Dr. Alifati binti Mat Kamis, expert in counselling unit, University of Melbourne graduate. Second, Professor Madia Siti Hajar binti Batsirin, global researcher for human resources, graduate from Singapore Management University. She knows and expert in the impacts to humans. And lastly, our third panel is Professor Siti Fakritin binti Muhammad Rosli, a graduate from Management and Science University, who is ingenious in how to handle and manage the problem. I have introducing all of our panels today, so now I will move to our topic. The topic that we want to discuss together today is about unemployment fresh graduates. As you all know, even our panels here are from graduating people, already have their own career, but they are still young people, especially that not working and have their own jobs yet. Why this happen? What the effects and how to handle it? Because in Malaysia, there is too many unemployment issues. According to Trading Economics page, unemployment rate in Malaysia remained unchanged at 3.30% in February from 3.30% in January 2019. Unemployment rate in Malaysia averaged 3.28% from 1998 until 2019, reaching an all-time high of 4.50% in March of 1999 and a record low of 2.70% in August of 2005. My first question is to asking to Dr. Alifati. Doctor, can you explain what is the main reason of the unemployment issue?
Thank you to the moderator, Sophia, for giving me the chance to answer the questions that given. The main reason of unemployment issue is some employer want their employees to be skillful. For example, can communicate well with their clients. The use of English is widely used when it comes to communicate with foreign workers. If they cannot speak English fluently, the business between clients will not go smooth as well. Other than that, some graduates are weak in communication skills. The use of English language in daily life is less. This problem occurs because of their limited vocabulary. Usually, when they have to communicate in English, they will become dull because they take too much time to convert the Malay words in English. Sometimes, this problem makes them lack of confidence because they are afraid if they are doing mistake. Some problems that normally faced by graduates are when it comes to talking to many people, they become nervous. They also do not know how to attract some employers' attention to take them as their worker. These communication skills are important when they are working, for example, to attract customers to buy the product that they are selling. So graduates have to master all of the soft skills since they are still in university. Next, graduates have not achieved qualifications that are appropriate to the job market. Graduates are not suitable with the job they offer because the job is not related with their certification. There are some jobs that offer are suitable with their certificate, but it is limited and some companies do not take employees that do not have certification that related to the job they offer. They also do not know how to apply the basic things that they learned when they were students before. The problem is getting job is getting more complicated when involving the government sector because the vacancy offer is limited. In this case, graduates have to think wisely how to get work that are suitable with their certification. Thank you. That's only for me.
Alright, thank you Doctor for your explanation. I totally agree with your opinion. That is true. It is because Malaysian let's use English as their in daily communication. Alright. Next, we move to Professor Madia Siti Hajar. Professor Madia, Dr. Alifatin already gave her own opinion about the factor of unemployment fresh graduates. All of the factors must have the impact. So now, can you explain with more details the effects of unemployment postgraduate?
Okay, thank you to our moderator for asking me the effect of unemployment among postgraduate. In my opinion, the effect that postgraduate have to be faced is financial problem. I see this problem is one of the big effect on the individual. Nowadays, everything in the world costs money. If there's no money, people can't do anything what they want. What I mean is, if you love to traveling or shopping, you can do it. Then it could be more difficult if an unemployment postgraduate has a family. This is because they can't buy something or travel with their family because they don't have money. Is this not a good thing to happen to our unemployment postgraduate? Okay, next we move to the next effect. The effect of unemployment among postgraduate is health issue. We all know that after the student graduate, they don't have any job offer. Then some of them target to buy a house, a car, and something else.
Come on!
But they can't do it. It is because they don't. They have one commitment to do. You want to know what is the commitment they have to do?
What is it?
It is to settle down their PTPTN payment. If they can settle down the payment in the period of time, their name will be blacklist. If this happen, they can do any loan at the bank and can go out to overseas. This problem make they going be to stress and feel burden. Some of them can go and the scary thing, it could be encourage them to side themselves. This is what we want to happen to our society. Okay. Then the effect of unemployment among postgraduate is economy issues. This effect is more to our government. As we know, postgraduate don't have any work to do, and then they become stressed because they have to settle their payment to government, but they don't have any money to pay it. This problem will be burden the government. It is because government have to decrease half of PTPTN payment to the next student in the future. It will make the next generation difficult to get enough financial resources. I think that's all the effect of these issues. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much, Professor Madia Siti Hajar, for your brighter explanation. From this, we know that financial problem is the biggest effect to fresh graduates to face their problems. It is a kind of poor thing, but sometimes we need to find an initiative to survive for our life, am I right? Okay, after we already know the impacts, it must have some way to handle the problem. I've heard that Professor Siti Fakretun is expert in to find way to solve the problem. So there must be some suggestions from Prof in how to deal with the problems. Can you tell us how to manage this issue? Yeah, Prof.
Thank you to the moderator. I'm glad to have this opportunity to share with you about how to deal with unemployment problem. First, in my opinion, among the ways to deal with the unemployment problem is that everyone should avoid laziness within themselves. They must work. As an example, they can open a website, read newspaper, magazine, and so on. That now offer a variety of a job opportunity that fit the skill that we have. To avoid unemployment, also, I think they do not have to be too selective of job and are to expecting a big salary. The next step is they must encourage self-employment and promote their own work. I think they must be more creative, positive and competitive. They can open a small business first. In addition, if they do not want to open their own business, they can be a dropship, for example. As we know, most students who are still studying are also wise to seize the opportunities and spaces available by making small businesses and not making excuses, still learning they cannot work. By this, they are able to increase their pocket money and not rely heavily on both parents. The final step is self-directed. To work with unemployment problem is to start with yourself. One must be honed with a soft skill to cultivate self-confidence so as not to be easily inferior when thinking of his unlucky fate. On my knowledge path, this unemployment problem is not a new issue. Only the people should think positive and try to elevate their own skill. The world of work often change according to technology, and those who often improve their skill can only sit at the same place throughout their life. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, thanks to you, Prof. Thanks to you, Professor Sitis Paketan, for your great speech to tell us that there is a way to handle this kind of problems, but sometimes people cannot think rationally and just to be lazy, as Professor already said. We all given brain to think. We all given brain to think well, and we need to have self-esteem to survive with world nowadays. Yeah, so we all have heard all the opinions and such terrific suggestions from all of our panels. So I think that is that's already we have already heard, and that's all from us, and also from me, your moderator today. And we just end our forum. Have a nice day. Thank you.